Looks like we are live. Hello everybody and welcome to today's stream. I'm just going to send out some social links and then we'll get cracking into today and have a look at some Ethereum charts and have a look at some other altcoin price analysis. That's just sent out on Twitter. If you are on Twitter, give us a share on that link I've sent out and we'll try and push it out to as many people as we can. Someone say we're doing a massive crash. Can't say that, to be honest, Raf. Things are looking good in my opinion. I mean, BTC might have a bit of a pullback, but I think everything's looking good at the minute. I'll just wait for a few to jump on them and I'll start cracking onto Ethereum. Whilst you're here, if anyone has any requests, altcoin price analysis requests, then just drop them in comments and I will have a look. I've got a list of about 10 to get through, so I'll jump into it soon. Let's give it another couple of minutes and see when people are jumping on, and then when we get a decent number we'll start. Nice portfolio of that, Raf, mate. It's a good selection, mate. You've got Stella, I think you mean. Not XLM, not like the can of lager. Right, so let's get cracking into today's stream. I see we've got a few people joining us now. And I want to start off with talking about the elephant in the room, that's Ethereum. Against the dollar to start with. As you can see, we was in a bit of a pendant formation and then we have broke out. I had this set up for around a week or two and eventually we have broken out, and we've broken out to the upside is what we was looking for. I think things now are starting to look quite bullish. I just want to show you the BTC chart. If we just drop onto the weekly time frame first, zoom right out. BTC was pretty much smashing all-time highs back in November, and look what happened once BTC broke them all-time highs and went into price discovery. It shot up. Look at that for an absolute move. We did a 112% move. We have retraced a bit, but profit taking is always going to happen from there. So what I'm looking for is the same type of scenario in Ethereum. I think now look at that, we've created we've done a complete retracement from the highs all the way to the lows, back up to the same level that we was pretty much 3 years ago now. 3 years ago, pretty much give or take a week or two. So I do think that the time is now to push on and break those all-time highs. The price and the all-time highs is slightly different on a few exchanges. We have not quite hit the all-time high on Binance, I believe. If we just have a bit of a zoom in. If we just zoom right in, we're pretty much, well, we tapped it and then we've rejected off it. So that will be broken at some point. On Binance it was 1,448. I believe the all-time high on Binance, so we're not quite got there. We have hit it on a few exchanges, but I do think that soon we will start to push up and break them all-time high. So what I want to do is first up just have a look at some levels that we could target. So we've got the weekly time frame here, and what I want to do is put the Fibonacci on from the entire move. So we'll start it from here all the way down to the bottom of the move around. I mean, we pretty much had a double bottom there. If you look at that bottom there and the bottom there, and then we've started to pop up. Really what we need to do is start looking at some of these Fibonacci extensions. So the first target, in my opinion, is to go for this level here at $1,816. I think that is a good level to go for first. $2,000 will come pretty much straight after that, but I do think we're going to fly up. I've not got it marked up on here, but I do think that I've got a target here of $5,000. That is my first major target. Obviously we've got to hit these levels first, but I think if you're looking for a long-term swing, even in the course of the next few months, I do think that we can really start to push up and smash up towards that $5,000 mark. There's a lot of predictions out there, like 10, 15, 20k, even I've seen them at 50k, which is a bit extreme really, but I think 5k is a nice round number to aim for. It looks like it's a long way, but once it starts pushing, it gets money behind it. There's been a bit of news recently about exchanges of running out of Ethereum to sell, so that could drive a price as well. Scarcity always is a massive factor in driving the price. So let's just drop that down to a 4 hour time frame. have a bit of a zoom in. So we have pretty much broken out of this bullish pendant, and we are going to pretty much, I'd say, we will break at all-time highs either today or tomorrow. Then the next target is up here at $1,800. That is the first target that I'm aiming for. I do think that we can start to push it there, which is 25% move. It's not a major move, but I mean, the amount of money that it's going to take to shift it is going to be big. But once people, like, I mean, BTC started pushing, everybody jumped into that and said, should I buy BTC now, even if we want normal telly? And then the same is going to happen with Ethereum, in my opinion. I think it's going to break out, push up above that, possibly get a rejection off here, and then retest and then go back up. But that is a first level for me in Ethereum USDT. So if we look at the BTC pair, now this one has been absolutely savage. If we just drop into a weekly time frame with this as well, from current prices now up to the all-time highs in a BTC pair, have a look at this. That is 226% from current prices in Satoshi pair. So it's a long way to go. If it does make a move like that and starts hitting all-time highs against BTC pairs, and the US dollar pair is going to be astronomical, and it's going to look damn good. We have broken out now. I've got two areas marked on here. We had a key area of monthly support. As you can see, we pretty much had a double bottom down there. We also wicked it down here too. We've used this area quite a few times. Also rejected off it when we went below, but we used it as support, and we've pretty much broken out of this weekly downtrend, and we are coming up to this area of monthly resistance. We did reject off it at first, but it looks like we're pushing back up. I think if we do close a daily candle above this level here at pretty much 37,566, I do think that it will be a good area to close above, and then we can start pushing on and identify some more key targets. What I will do is when we do start breaking daily candles above this, I'll do a separate video just for Ethereum price analysis, and I will mark up some more key areas to target. But that is what we've got to contend with, a potential 226% rise against BTC, and then, I mean, we're at all-time highs now, aren't we? So I think that's looking good. That will be broken soon, in my opinion. So that's Ethereum. Let's get cracking into some altcoin analysis. So let's just have a quick look at the chat first. How's it going, everybody? Make sure you're smashing that like button. XLM. I might even add XLM into price analysis, actually. Have you done it? So I know I've not done it yet, TK. I'll put that on list as well. I've got a massive list here to get through, so I'm going to try and keep the stream to an hour, but if it runs over, it runs over. I thought F has an infinite supply. No, it doesn't, mate. It's capped. Well, it will be capped soon when it's so it's not capped. It's mineable, but it's got a hard cap. Sorry. How much do you think is needed for a good breakout above all-time high? How much do you think? I don't know, mate. I think it's just going to smash through all the way up to $1,800 in my opinion. But anyway, let's have a look at some price analysis to get going here. So let's have a look at, we've done Ethereum. Let's have a look at RSI to start with. And we'll drop into the daily time frame first and have a look what's going on here. I've already got a few setups on previous videos. I did identify this 618 level as a potential buy zone. As you can see, we've wicked down into area a bit now, but let's get rid of this TA and do some fresh TA and have a look at some potential areas to invest. What we need, I might even drop down to a 4 hour first here actually. Yeah, we'll do a bit of price analysis here. So what I'm potentially looking for is some buy zones within this area. So if we take this wick here, using the wrong tool, from the bottom there up to that top. So what I'm looking for is potential buy zones, and I think we could target this area around here with some potential buys. So that's at 4.2 cents. And then if the market just starts to push up, if BTC just starts to push up, inevitably the other pairs are going to get wrecked. So I think you could target some buy orders down here at the 618 level, but you just have to monitor it and be careful. I mean, we may not come back down here. Everything is looking bullish. I mean, we're getting a few pullbacks on the mid caps at the minute, so that could mean that RSI could come down to this level. So just monitor the price, and that could be a good level to mark up. I've already got some key areas marked up here. Is the next couple of targets. So once we do break above all-time highs at 0.049, I do think that we can start to target the 5 cent area and then pushing up towards 5.4 cent, and we can look at 6 cent really. Have I got any targets on this chart yet? No, I've not. I think the first major hurdle is pushing above 5 cent. Once we do push above that, I will jump into some more analysis and have a look at some other key levels to target. If you're just looking at that in a BTC pair, I think this is another area to potentially buy. Just get rid of that. Have a look at some buy zones in BTC. If you are trading in BTC, I would recommend that you could potentially pick some orders up at 123 Satoshis and even at 113 Satoshis down at this level. So that is RSR. I'm not going to put any targets. I've already got a target on there. 143 Sats is the first target on that. Let's catch up with the chat. On. I think I've got on my list, so I'll have a look at that in a minute. And do we just swap one BTC into Ether? I think I would, to be honest. I think that there's a lot more chances of Ethereum doing a bigger push from these levels than BTC doing a bigger push. I think Ethereum needs to play out. If we take, for example, a potential alt season, what usually happens is, if you've seen what I've tweeted out earlier on, there's different phases to an alt season. So phase 1, you have BTC, which absolutely moons. Then money gets transferred into Ethereum. Ethereum then moons, and then that money starts dropping into the higher caps, and then it'll eventually trickle down into low caps, and then eventually everything will start pushing again. So I honestly think that BTC has done its move. I think it's now time for Ethereum to start pushing on, and then all alts can start pushing and bring us an alt season, to be honest. So that is RSR and Ethereum covered. Let's have a look into Zilliqa. That's on my list. That's a request from somebody. As you can see, we have broken out of this downward channel. It was pretty much ever since then. We had a bit of, I won't call it FUD, but we had a bit of bad news with regards to exchanges mismanaging their wallets. Binance had a few issues with transactions stacking up. So we was on a bit of a sell-off. I mean, you could expect that, because if you just zoom out a bit, have a look on my daily, we did such a significant run all the way from down at these prices. So you would expect people to be doing a bit of a sell-off and taking profits, to be honest. So I do think that now we have broken out of this, you could call it a downtrend. I do think that we're going to start pushing up. We have broken out, but we're using this level of weekly support now, and we have bounced off that a few times. So if you are looking for some potential buy zones, we currently popped up, but I would have some buy zones on this weekly support at pretty much 0.076. I think that's a good area. I won't go full blown in it, but if we do lose that level here, we might potentially come down to this next level of support at pretty much, that's a Fibonacci level. I think it's a 382, and that's 0.068. So potentially it could come back down there, and we could come back into this channel and start trading down. But in my opinion, I think a breakout from that downward channel looks good, and I think we can really start to look forward to higher targets. The first major target is 8.5 cent. I think once we do push above 8.5 cent, we can then start pushing up towards that ultimate target of 10 cent. 10 cent is a big area. Once we do break above that, we've not got many resistance levels really. 15 cent, we have a weaker level, and then there's nothing all the way up to the all-time high. So if we look at a price percentage from where we are now up to all-time highs, 200% up to all-time highs. So I do think that is possible if we get an alt season soon. And I do think that we can start targeting some of them levels. So potential buy zones on this weekly level of support are 0.076, and that's the first target, 10 cent. So that's Zilliqa covered, Ethereum covered, RSR is covered. Let's have a look what's next up. How's the chat going? What about sausage coin? No sausage coin today, mate. I have some BAT. It's not doing very well. Should I keep or trade it for something else? I mean, I'm not a big fan of BAT. I get it for free from using a browser, and I'm not sure, to be honest, how much that browser gets used. I've not looked into BAT for a while. All I do is collect them and just leave them there in my wallet. If they're worth something eventually, then they're worth something. So I can't really advise on that, to be honest. So next up, let's have a look at what have we got. Polkadot. Let's have a look at this, how we're doing. So this is a 4-hour time frame. Polkadot's been on a massive rise recently. I mean, we was trading within this area. If you just drop into the higher time frames, we was trading in this area for a long time between. I mean, we popped up to $6.50 and then we popped down. I mean, you could call that a consolidation area, even that area, to be honest. And then everyone was saying, oh, you're never going to see $5 again, and then bang, popped up, absolutely monster move from these prices down here up to the highs. We did a 236% move in the course of about 2 weeks this year, so things are looking good for Polkadot. What you need to do now is have a look. If you have not bought any yet and you're looking for some entry points, I've identified a few key levels here. We have already been down to this level, which is a 382 level, and we've bounced back up. It's looking like it's a solid area of support. That, I mean, you could even mark that up as some 4-hourly support. We've used that level so many times, so I'm going to mark it up there. We'll mark that level up, so that we've used that area a lot. So if we do lose that and close a daily candle below there, then I think we're going to go down to $14.68. But market's looking good, so I think if you get an order filled down here, you'll be very, very lucky. But there's no harm in having an order down there, just in case it does, in case the market does have a shit your pants scenario and drops down to an area. So that is potential buy zones there. First target is this. I've got $20 as the first major target. I do think that we're closer. I mean, $19.42 we hit. But ever since then we have been on a bit of a sell-off. Not much of a sell-off. I mean, we're not even come down far, to be honest. I mean, from them highs up to current prices, we're only down 13%. So it's not a major sell-off really compared to some other coins when we peak up to the top. Nothing like Bitcoin doing a massive retracement. So that is potential buy zone down there if you get lucky. But I would potentially buy at $16.49 in my opinion. I think that's a good area. I mean, the first target is $20. Long term, when we do start getting an alt season, I honestly think that $100 is going to be achievable, but we just have to monitor the price and not get too far ahead of ourselves and concentrate on that first target there. Will VeChain breakout to the upside, Andy? Let's have a quick look at VeChain. I did a price analysis video on VeChain last night. If you check my channel, it was the last video I did. We have broken out of this bullish pendant, and now I think we can start to target them all-time highs at pretty much 0.032. I've already marked some buy zones up here from last night's video, so I'm not going to go too in depth in this TA here, but potential buy zones, that will be a 382 level at pretty much 0.28. So 0.028, sorry. And then we have a 618 level down here at 0.07278. So there are two potential buy zones there. I do think when we do start pushing above this area, we can start to target some nice Fibonacci extension levels. And 5 cent, I've got a target here, is my current level. That's 70% from current prices. So I do think that will be achievable soon. Right, so that's VeChain. If you've got any projects you'd like me to cover in the just drop them in the comments and I will try and get around to them. Like I say, I'm going to be doing this stream for about an hour. Next on my list, HBAR. I've not actually covered HBAR before, so is it on TradingView, is it? USDT. Yeah, it's on here. Let's have a quick gander at HBAR USDT. Let's drop into the daily time frame and have a quick scope. I'm not too sure how long this has been on Binance. Is that the all-time highs at 0.08? Let's just have a quick look on CoinMarketCap. Hedera hash graph. I've heard quite a lot about this, but I've never looked into it, to be honest. All-time highs was 0.41. Oh, so it's 2019, 41 cent hit, so it won't have been on Binance back then. So if we just mark it up, so that's 41 cent. We'll mark it up as the all-time highs on Binance. And that'll give us a target to go for in the future. 41 cent. So that's the all-time highs there. Let's mark it up. Long way to go till we get there, like, but let's have a quick gander what's going on. Could do with some levels really of support and resistance, see if we've got any on the weekly time frame. Let's have a quick scout, see if I can see anything. Yeah, we've got one level there. Let's look at this major wick down here, went all the way through to that wick, so that's a level of support. I don't think we're going to go down there again, but you never know. And we've got a level there as well. So that's two levels of weekly support, potential areas you could look at. don't think I'm going to put any more. No, that'll do. So let's drop into the daily time frame. So it looks like we've started to push on. I mean, since pretty much beginning of this month, 5th of January, we've been on quite a good rise, and we are forming quite a nice looking uptrend there. With regard to price, we've already done a 136% rise this year, so that's good to see. But if you're looking for some potential buy zones, let's just drop into a 4-hour time frame and have a look at some buys if we can get any in here. We'll take this wick here as the start of a move up to the top there. So if you're looking for some potential buy zones on H bar, which is here a hash graph, now we'll potentially target this area here at 0.06197, and if it does end up dropping a little bit more, I think you could potentially target some buy zones down at 618 level. They could be two good areas for you to buy. So we have 0.06197, then we also have 0.05697. So there are two potential areas you could use to buy in. First target though is using the -287 fib level, so that is the first target. I think if we do break above that, then we're going to go up to pretty much 10 cent. I think 10 cent is the first major target that you should have on your radar, because it's a round number first of all, and there's probably some solid resistance there for people to sell into. People who are buying at these lows always target the higher numbers and the more round numbers, so that is some potential buy zones there. And then target this area to potentially sell, to accumulate, to then buy back in, but that is the ultimate first target at 10 cents. So that's H bar. Cross it off a list. Andy, do you think Alt's BTC prices could catch up with Alt's USD prices like they did a month ago? So yeah, I think so, mate. I do think that potential is that once some of these prices against BTC start pumping, for example, let's have a look at Zilliqa. This is broken out in BTC pairings now. If this keeps going up, inevitably the USD dollar pair is going to go up as well. So I always monitor them both. If you look at my setup on the right hand side here, I have ZIL USDT, then I have a BTC pair underneath it, and same for all my favorite altcoins here. Make sure you monitor them in both USDT and monitor it in BTC. I say that because I was just going to show you this chart that I showed you last time. Satoshi's matter, and stacking sats is the main aim, really. I mean, if you go back to the Altseason of 2017 when Bitcoin was high and Altseason kicked off, the dominance dropped from 71% down to 35%. If you manage to sell all your altcoins around here into BTC and then held BTC on this next ride with dominance shooting back up to 73%, you would have been laughing. That BTC value is just growing and growing and growing. So that is a key. Grow sats. Once I've already drawn this on what I think should happen, so I sold all my I pretty much got into alts around here. Now what I'm waiting for is this rollover to continue. I'm not going to say it's going to happen like what happened last time, but I'm telling you what, I'm hoping it bloody does, because if that happens again down here and we come back down to this 35% level, you are going to have some serious Bitcoin against your altcoins. And what you need to do then is sell into BTC, take some profits, send them to your bank, and enjoy life. But also hold BTC and then potentially ride this next wave back up, potentially up to plus 50%. That is how you stack sats. Trade in BTC pairs. So let's have a look. Any thoughts on Reef Finance token? Is it on a run? Has it got a future? I've not looked into Reef yet. I've seen it knocking about a lot, and I've heard a lot of people talking about it. Let's just have a look if Reef is on here. Yeah, we've got Reef USD on Binance, so let's just take a quick look at that. There's not going to be too much data. I mean, look at that, so that's ridiculous. How many weeks we've been on? 4 weeks. Yeah, pretty much end of December. So let's just drop into the let's have a look at a 4-hour time frame for this. Fucking hell. As you can see, that's what happens on Binance. If you ever see a chart on Binance like this, that's when they day the list on Binance. Usually if you just get a massive, ridiculous wick, that doesn't mean anything, so disregard those wicks. So let's have a look at Reef. I can't say if it's going to do a polka dot run,
but what I can do is potentially identify some key areas to buy in. But I'm going to do a separate video on Reef at some point. I'm going to have a look at some fundamentals about a project, but with regards to have a looking at some potential entry points at Reef. This is again for dollar. I've not got any areas to mark up. As you can see, we've already carried out a 38% retracement, so you would expect that next level could be down here if you're looking to invest. But the markets are bullish, so remember, these are just potential areas to buy in. I do think that we could just pretty much take off at any point, and we need Ethereum to lead that charge. So that's a potential area to buy in. That's at 0.012. We could cut that 1.2% if you're looking to buy in. Usually 38% retracement is also a good area to buy in as well. I think if you are looking to buy, could be a good area, but like I say, target down here. Do you think it's too late to jump on the Ethereum train right now? No, I don't. I think it's still early days in my opinion. Anything under the all-time highs will be a good buy. I think that we're going to smash up. If you rewatch this video, the first 5-10 minutes I talk about Ethereum, and I think that we're going to push up to this level. Let's just put the weekly time frame on. I do think that we're going to push up to $1,800 at some point once we do break above the all-time highs. It is key closing the daily candle above the all-time highs. Once we do, it will give us some further ground to push on and start having a look at those new highs. So let's go through this list, what I've got down here. So I think I've got STX to get through first, and let's have a look if I've got that on my list. STX. Block stats. I've done quite a bit of analysis on this before. There we go, STX USDT. Yeah, wow, I've got a load of levels marked up. As you can see, boom. We've had a mainnet recently with STX, I believe. Shitloads of levels below. So this was my first target, pretty much 32%. We've smashed all those levels, so let's get rid of all that. I don't think we're going to revisit them levels down there again. Right, so let's have a look at STX. Potential buy zones. We have a 4-hour time frame here. If you're looking for buys, I would take this as the start of a move, and then we've retraced already. We've got a bit of a double top, a tweezer wick up there, and we've also done a 61% retracement pretty much straight away after we popped up there. Come down, did a 61% retracement, and we've been trading around this area. So in my opinion, I think you might revisit this area again at 46 cents. So if you're looking to buy, that could be a good area to target there if you are looking to top up on some STX. With regards to a bit of a target, you've got to identify these Fibonacci extensions. So we have this level here at 65 cents, and then we have another level here at 72 cents. So these should be your first two targets, but if you're looking to buy in, this could be a good area on the 618 level. Get rid of it all-time high now and move it up. I think that will be all-time high, yeah. So that is some potential areas. There's going to be some areas of support and resistance in here as well, but I've not got time to mark all them up. But if you give me a shout in my Telegram group, then I will have a look at some potential new areas to invest with regards to support and resistance levels. How was the chat doing? Let's have a look. BNB, I'll have a look at that in a minute actually. BNB's hit some all-time highs recently. Have you looked at Oregon Trail Track before? No, I've not looked at that, mate. Is it worth now to invest 60k in Ethereum? Well, I think it's worth any amount investing in Ethereum. I think it's gonna pop at some point. We've done such a nice consolidation now, so I do think it's gonna pop at some point. I'll say, guys, if you've got any requests for price analysis, just drop them in the chat. I'll try and get to them if I can. Next target 1780. Yeah, could be a good target to go out. Right, let's have a look on this list. So I've done that, I've done polka dot, I've done bat. No, I've not done bat. Have I got? Let's have a look if I've got bat on here. Where's bat? Oh, there we go. This was a potential buy zone I marked up last time on, but I think I might have to delete that and start again. If you're looking to buy in basic attention token, Let's have a look at his 4 move here. So I think you could be potentially looking at some buy orders here at 26 cents. I think that could be a good area to target. It's looking quite on it's on a bullish uptrend now, but we do need to look at targeting this area of weekly resistance at 29.87 cents. I think once we do break a daily candle above that, we probably won't revisit these areas again, and then we can start targeting some of these areas. This also comes in confluence with that top right Fibonacci level. So I do think that we can start pushing up. We've got 3 solid areas of weekly resistance to get through, but I think it'll be, once it starts pushing up, it will look good. Currently, an uptrend, you should expect a bit of a drop. So I mean, if you're very interested in this project and you want to buy, then I would even potentially look at this level to potentially place some orders in if you're wanting to get some. So that's BAT. Oh, BNB. Let's have a look at BNB. Not sure if I've got BNB. No, I'm not put on BNB. I don't hold any BNB, unfortunately. Last time I did some analysis, all-time highs were at 43 cents. We did pop up to 47. So let's just have a little bit of a zoom out and see what's going on in the bigger picture. Well, what's been going on is absolute moonage. I mean, look at that. If we just took it around a price from March of last year to current prices, 654%. So if I were quite unfortunate, I mean, I were looking back in March of last year, I were quite bearish, and I thought we were going to go lower, to be honest. That were across pretty much all crypto, so I didn't manage to buy up low, but I was buying up in and around this area in altcoins. So we've done quite a significant rise here, and with it all-time highs. Looks like it was today, that. So what we need to do is just mark that up area as a the all-time highs, and then that will give us the first area to target, because once we do break above that, we are into price discovery mode. So potential buy zones, we'll have a look at a 4-hour time frame. That's 3 hour. So let's have a look here. If we take this bottom of a move up to the top, potential buy zones, we've already wicked down from the top into this 236 level, so this could be a good area to fill if we do push up. And then we've got 382 level at $42.55. I think that could be a nice area to potentially fill. The first target is breaking all-time highs, and then we can start to target $50. I think $50 is a big target. Once we do push above that, you can then again start to hit the round numbers. This is going to be $100 at some point, so I do think it's worth holding a bit. The exchange tokens always seem to do well. When the exchanges are getting a lot of volume, people want to also be holding the exchange token, so it does get a certain amount off of fees, especially whales. If they're getting a fair old chunk off of fees by just holding BNB, then they're going to be holding it. So the more people that hold it, less in circulation, the more it's going to pump. So that is a potential buy zone at $42, and then we have this first level here to target the all-time highs. Major level really is breaking above $50. That is a massive target. If you manage to get in down at these lows back in March, I mean, down at $25, even right down to March last year, you could have got in at $6. So that is some significant price action there. What have we got going on in the chat? BNB burn. I'm not so sure if it's today or not, mate. I think I have heard about it. I'm not sure how many they're burning. Let's have a look at OXT. I've seen a few people talking about that. It's also on Binance, which is helpful. Let's have a look at OXT. See if we're going to get weaker levels of support or resistance first. You could say there's one there. We've got that as a weak level. See if we've got any support below, and then we'll drop into some TA. That is a support level there. That's good enough for me. So let's drop into the daily first. So we've got a level of support here and a level of resistance to potentially look at. If you're looking to invest, again, we'll drop to a 4-hour. We wicked right down here. I think that's when BTC shit the bed. And then we've popped back up, rejected off this weaker level. So let's have a look for some potential buy zones and selling points. This is going to be a good area to buy. I think that will hit. I mean, it looks very close now. 29.7 yeah, 29 cent, 0.02976. That could be a good area to place some buys. These are also on the weekly support, and it is a level of the Fibonacci. So that is the first level to potentially place some orders. And then if we do start to come down any lower, you've got a 26 cent there, pretty much 27 cents. So there are two potential areas to buy in. I think it looks good. It's looking like it's forming a nice solid uptrend now. So what we need to do is pretty much close the daily candle above 0.34, so 34 cent. Once we do close above 34 cent, we can then start to looking at this area here at 37 cent and then pushing up to 41 cent. I think now with a potential alt season looming, all eyes are on Ethereum. Once Ethereum has done its thing and starts pushing up to its highs, all money will then start to push into altcoins and potentially start pushing the price a lot higher than current it is. So there's some potential buy zones there. And first target, breaking a daily candle above 34 cents is the next major level. What else have we got? I've done Reef, I've checked it out. Let's just have a look at top of it. I'm not covered. Anyone wants me to cover XRP, give me a shout, but I don't usually cover it. But I can have a look at some analysis if you want. Let's have a look. It's nice to see how Ethereum dominances start pushing up. As long as that keeps going up, Bitcoin dominance is going to go down. Bitcoin dominance currently 66%. Tom, what do you think about VET? It's one of my favourite projects and it's one of my biggest holds. If you check my channel out, I did a video yesterday with some dedicated price analysis on that. So I do think that, I'll just go back to it. VET, as you can say, we were forming a bullish pendant and we have broken out of that now, and it is time to pretty much target those all-time highs. Once we do break above that, I've got first target of 5 cent, which is 70% away. I think that could happen in click of a finger. We just need to, like I say, with all rest of analysis, we need to wait for Ethereum to carry out its moon mission, and then everything will start pushing to altcoins eventually, or hopefully anyway. I do think it will take off, yeah. I think we're going to start pushing up, but like I say, just monitor Ethereum. XLM. A lot of people have been talking about XLM recently. Let's just see if I've got it on here somewhere. XLM USDT. I think I've still got some setups here, so I think that was a potential level. It looks like we've actually popped above this monthly support at 30 cent, and we are now using that as support, so we might not come down here again. Let's just get rid of that TA. I'm going to drop right down into hourly here because I think it's looking quite good, to be honest. So if you're looking for some potential buy orders, we'll take the start of a move here up to the top. We've used the 382 level a few times, and we've wicked right through this monthly support at 30 cent, but we've bounced back up quite a few times. So that could be a good area to potentially place some buys, pretty much on 30 cent, 0.3079. So that is, I mean, a good area to buy. If we do lose this support, then we're coming down to this level at 30.29 cents. So monitoring that price. If it does come down to these levels, I think it's going to eventually push back up. I'm not going to target for that really, but I think 33 cent is the first major target. That is a solid level of weekly resistance. I think once we do push above that, we can start to target some higher levels. But buying here on monthly support, and then if you're looking to trade it to accumulate, place some sell orders at 33 cent, let it pop down and then pop back up. I think that could be good areas to potentially place some orders. Also, we're on quite a big uptrend there as well. Massive uptrend. I mean, look at that wick. We've got. You could say we've formed a bull flag here too. If you take this from here, so if you take this from here to here, could say that we have a bull flag. So potentially is that we could break out of this and then go up to this first target, which was the most recent highs at 40 cent. Once we do break out of that, it could absolutely push on the start moon. I'll leave that bull flag on there because the potential is that we could break out and pop back up to Flamus, how you doing, mate? You alright? Voyager BQX. Let's have a look at Voyager. I think I did some price analysis on Voyager over the weekend. Again, we got a bull flag on Voyager. It's dropping to a 4-hour time frame. As you can see, we've broken out of that now. So, I mean, we really should be looking at some high levels to target. So, let's get rid of that bull flag now. We'll get rid of that TA. I think it's a bit invalid. Let's have a look at some potential buy zones here. Let's take the beginning of a move there up to the highs. We've already done 61% retracement. We've also hit the 786 level back down here. So if you're looking to buy in on Voyager, have some orders at $1.05. I think that could be a good area to potentially target. And then we could pop up. The all-time highs of Voyager is $10. So, I mean, we're currently down at $1. So, I mean, if you're getting now, I mean, I've always said this, people saying, should I get in now, should I buy at this price, should I get at that price? Just buy in. I think some of these projects have got such big potential, I think that buying in at any prices around these levels could be good. Don't worry about not getting in at $1.10 when you could get in at $1.05 or vice versa. Just pull that trigger and hold, and patience will be rewarded in crypto. That is the key that I find out of the entire time I've been in crypto, the last 4 or 5 years. That things move up and down in its volatile ways. I just buy and hold, and I get massive benefit from doing that. So I do advise that people just buy and hold, and I think it is a good way to either accumulate or grow your investments in crypto. Where can I buy Voyager? Is it a privacy coin? No, it's actually an American crypto wallet or exchange. So you can buy it on Binance. It's down as BQX on Binance. You can buy it against Ethereum pair, or you can buy it against BTC. But I'm not too sure about where else you can get it, to be honest. I think it's an ERC20 token, so you'll also be able to get it on Uniswap. But just be careful of fees, because Ethereum will dry bum you. Did you look at GRT? I've not looked at GRT yet. Let's have a look. Got quite a bit of interest with GRT recently. This is a setup that I've had on my my chart for a while. So I think that, I mean, this is we've done quite a good move up from those lows down at 23 cents, and then from there we've done a nice run over the course of the last few days, and we've done 186% price raise. So you would expect a little bit of a sell-off now. So there's two potential scenarios here. We'll come down and retest this 382 level at 50 cents on the nose, which is more than likely going to happen, or we lose that level and we come down to a 618 level, which is 40 cents on the nose. So either way, one of them is going to pop up and break back up to those highs. So I've bought some. I bought in at around, well, I got mugged off, to be honest. I think I bought them around here somewhere. I think I bought them about 60 cents. It come back down, and then I ended up being in profit, and then I'm back out of profit now. But like I say, I just hold, me. I just buy and hold, and I think that's the best way to do it, to be honest. Well, in my opinion. So that is potential buy zone at 50 cents and potential buy zone at 40 cents. And the first target is breaking those all-time highs at 78 cents. That first target, really, $1. Every project, if for sub $1, is the ultimate target. I think once you do break $1, you can then look at targeting new levels and have a look at some Fibonacci extensions. But that's GRT. I think I'm holding some, not a major amount, but it's more of a speculative buy for me. I've heard so many people talking about it, and I've just been lazy and not researched it and just bought in. But sometimes it pays off by doing that. How's the chat doing? Yeah, I've just looked at GRT. I'll have a look at ADA next, actually. I've not covered that yet. GRT passing $1 soon. Yeah, I think it will, mate. I mean, what are we up to $1 from current prices? It's 73%. I mean, you might think, fucking hell, that's a lot, but it's not that much, to be honest. 73 cent is not much of a move in crypto. So that's GRT covered. Let's have a look at ADA. Have I got ADA on here? I will have somewhere. I really need to go through his list and sort them out. Oh, there we go. ADA USD. What are we currently priced at? 37.2 cent currently. Again, this has done a massive rise recently. And you could say we're forming a bit of a pendant here. Let's have a look at this. Potential setup. So what you could say is that's a bullish pendant with a potential breakthrough upside looming. The first real target is to break above this monthly resistance at 41 cents, but that's looking to me that we're going to break out soon over the course of the next day or so. If you look at Ethereum, it went right down to end up the bull pellet before it broke out. This looks like it's going to break out, in my opinion. If you're looking at bullish pendants on a 4 hour, a lot of them do break out. If you're looking for a potential buy-in, let's just remove that, and let's have a look at some buy zones here. So we'll take this as the beginning of a move up to that pretty much tweezer top that we had there. So if you're looking for buy-ins, I think this could be a good area to buy in at 35 cent. That's if we do break down. We may not break down out of this area now. So if you're looking to invest, you could potentially have some orders in at where's my arrow? I have some potential orders in on this level here, so you could say around 36.5 cent could be a good area to buy in, because we may not drop out of this area. So monitor that, and then if we do break out of here, we will have potential buys at 35.2 cent, and we've got weekly support at 33 cents. So there could be some good areas to potentially buy. Buy some crypto there, buy some ADA, sorry. And then the first target is pushing up to 41 cent. Once we do break above that, we've got some more daily levels to target up at 53 cent and 60 cent. And I don't think I've got any other levels above that. That's the all-time highs up at $1.40, I think. So a fair old chunk to go yet before we start pushing up there, but it's looking quite good there. I think there's a potential that we could break out over the course of the next 24 to 36 hours. So just monitor that. But remember, we could also break down and come down to this weekly support. So just be prepared for both. If you're looking to invest, have some BTC or dollars on the side, just in case you can pick some up lower. That's ADA covered. Do you use a cold wallet, or do you leave everything on the exchange? I leave pretty much nothing on the exchange. I've got a Nano Ledger X, which I keep all my crypto in. I also use a MetaMask wallet for a lot of ERC20 tokens, which is encrypted by a Nano Ledger 2. Also, you get the access to your own key, so I do recommend that you do not hold all your crypto on the exchange, because, I mean, Binance is, I mean, you can't say it's safe, but it is one of the most trusted. It does have insurance in place, so if for some reason it gets hacked, then they have a potential to take crypto, but there is insurance in place. But just for personal safety, it's better off keeping your crypto in your exchange. That's what I do anyway, personally. How long have we been? 48 minutes. I'll do another 10-15 minutes. So if you've got any projects you'd like me to cover, drop them in the comments. Engine coin. Let's have a look at that. And then I'll have a look at sushi after that. Fucking food coins. Let's have a look at Engine. Where are you? Can't find it. Let's have a look. There we go. Engine. Let's just have a bit of a zoom out. I'll look on daily. Look at that for a wick. That's been absolutely astronomical. Didn't realise it even popped that much, to be honest. From the bottom down here, the beginning of December. A lot of these projects, you just don't even notice that they're doing these massive gains under your nose. So, I mean, that's on 282% pretty much this year. So that's been absolutely flying. Let's have a look at some potential buy zones if you are looking to invest. So we'll use the entire movie. So we'll go from the bottom up to that wick. We've done quite I remember trading engine last year, and I remember it would be very, very wicky. So I do think our potential is now to look at some buy zones here at 25 cent. I mean, we're currently at 35 cent, 34 cent, but I think the potential is to come down there. I've got another chart, and I'm sure I've got an engine USDT pair on Binance. Oh, there we go. This chart will be better. Yeah, so potential buy zones. Let's just drop into hourly time frame, actually. I think that's going to be better to work off. We'll use the beginning of a move here up to that top. That's more like it. So if you're looking for potential buy zones, we've already lost this 382 level. So this next level here, that's better. That's more like it. Look at the 618 level, which is 31 cents. I think that could be a good area to potentially buy. With regards to price targets, I've got no other levels on here. I'm not too sure what the all-time highs was, to be honest. Let's have a look at them. All-time highs was 49 cent with 30% down from that. When was that? Oh, a few days ago, so. No, it wasn't. 3 years ago. January 7, 2018, so. I quite like engine projects. I think it's going to be solid in future. We wasn't far off all-time highs there, to be honest, so. There's around all-time highs, so that is the next level to pretty much break. What I need to do is have a look at some buys here, though. 31 cent, and then have a look at breaking them all-time highs up around 47 cent, and then target some Fibonacci extensions. Is Litecoin any good? I don't hold any Litecoin, to be honest. I did some price analysis on that recently. I think it's on this list somewhere. RTC USD. Let's just drop back into a 4-hour time frame. I quite like Litecoin. I think once Ethereum pops, I think this will pop as well, and it will start targeting some highs. Let's just look at potential buy zones. Your 618 level there. Also your 382. If you're looking to buy $155, I think that could be a nice buy. We're nearly wicked down into that area, to be honest, but we seem to pop back up. So I think $155 could be a good area to place some buys orders if you are looking for that. Then the next level really is we've got some solid weekly resistance up at $192. I think once we do push up there and start breaking above that, then we can target some new highs. All-time highs is up at $368. So that from current prices now is price range from here up to all-time highs. 131%, which is not much. It's a bit more than Ethereum's got to cover, because Ethereum's not got far to go at all really, but I do think that will be hitting its all-time highs at some point. With regards to all altcoins, I think we will be hitting the all-time highs at some point over the course of the next few months. We just need Ethereum to play out, do its thing, and start pushing on. I'll do 2 more projects if it gives us API free Bratverse coin. API free. I don't know if I've covered API free before. Oh yeah, I have, yeah. Wow, that's done a massive move since last time I spoke about it. That was the all-time highs there. Let's get rid of that TA. We have to do some fresh TA because it's mooned recently. Since 15th of January, that's done quite a big move. 181%. So let's have a look if you're looking for some potential buying areas. You've got to take that entire move really, aren't you, from the bottom here up to the top. So we've lost that 236 level at $4. I do think that the next level is potentially place some orders is $3.61. I think you will be likely to get some orders filled in down there. It has wicked down quite a few times, but we've not quite hit that level. So if you buy or place some orders within and around this area, I think it would be quite a good area to achieve filling some orders at $3.60. And with regards to targets, you got to look at some of these fib levels, and then the round numbers really. The first major target is to break $5. That is the first target. Once you break above there, it is into the next targets being the $6, $7, $8, $9, $10. best thing to do is when it's price discovery is just target some round numbers and use some Fibonacci extensions. As I say, if we break $5, then the next target could be $5.65, and then we also have $6.74 to target there. Sparta. I actually own some Sparta. I've got that on the top, so that's right at the top of my watch list. You only can trade it against BNB, I think. Let's have a look on Binance. Have we got Binance up here? Let's have a look at Sparta on here first. Yeah, you only can trade it against BNB. It's run on the Binance Smart Chain, isn't it? So I've actually bought some. Again, it's speculative buy. If you look at that Synthetics, so I think that's the same type of project, which is Ethereum based. So this is synthetic chain on the Binance chain. So the potential here for a Synthetics run is quite high. This is what I got marked up from a previous video I've done on some altcoin analysis. I think that must have been the 618 level. Let's just have a look on the fib. Yeah, so that area is the 618 level on Fibonacci. We are starting to come down. We've lost this 382 level. So I do think that we can start pushing into this area and then push on. That is my first setup I've got. And then the target is 0.01. I think that is the first major target. Got quite high expectations that coin. It is something different, something interesting, and something that I think that could potentially do well. But again, it is a low cap. It's very speculative. It's a speculative asset. It does even say on Binance when you buy it that it does not endorse basically any rug pulls. So it gives you a warning when you buy it first. Let's just have a look if it's trading anywhere else. Burger Swap. Fucking hell. Burger Swap and Binance. So just be wary of that. It's got a very low market cap of currently $15 million, so you would call it even a micro cap at current prices. So Sparta, that is a potential setup there. Buys in at the 618 level, which is 0.004941. I hold some. I think I got quite lucky and I bought in and around here. I waited for its pump, I watched it, it retraced, and I bought some around here. So I'm up a fair chunk on my buy, which is always a good one. Spotter has an anonymous team. I'm not too sure. I've actually not even looked into the project. I just got recommended it off a friend, and I thought, stuff it, I'll buy in. I do that quite often. I have also my main bags, which I do full research, but I also just now and then FOMO into a few speculative buys, which might pay off, might not. But sometimes I think you've got to risk it for biscuit, haven't you? Just a min review on ADA, please. I've already covered ADA. I'll just show you a chart quickly. You can watch this stream back, but it's on there. As you can see on ADA, we've formed a bullish pendant, and in my opinion, we're going to break out of that pendant very soon. So if you're looking to buy, I would target this this uptrend line here, pretty much 36%. But I do think that we're going to trade in around there for the next 24 to 36 hours. And I think we're going to break to the upside. And then the first target is pretty much 41 cent. I think once we do close above of this bullish pendant, we can start targeting this level at 41 cent. Will you upload a stream? I will mark it. It gets uploaded pretty much within half an hour of the stream being complete, so you can watch it all back. XLM, like I say, Neil, I've already covered XLM, mate. Algo, I'll cover Algo. Let's have a look at Algo. I've got that somewhere on this list. There we go, Algo USDT. This is a 4-hour time frame. It's been a good rise recently. Up to a daily time frame. I've already got some key levels marked up here, so it's looking good. We've been on quite a good rise this year, pushing up, and then it's looking good. We've done some retracements. Every time, if you look at this, every time we pop up, we retrace, we pop up, we retrace, pop up, we retrace. So now we are retracing, so I do think that we're going to potentially fill some orders here. Let's just get rid of this fib. It's a bit out of date, that Fibonacci. So look at some potential buy orders from this. So you could say that's the beginning of the move. So we retrace down to here. We then we've then started to bounce up off this level, and then we're retracing again. So we've already carried out a 23% retracement. If we do lose this level, I mean, we're dropping through this level of support currently at 55 cents. If we do lose this level, you can potentially fill some orders at 51 cents. I think that could be a good area to potentially place some orders. And if we do get a bigger rollover, then you have 46 cents. But with the markets, I think we are quite bullish. I think this is a good area to potentially place some buy orders. And then the first target is this weekly resistance at 66 cents. I think that could be, if you're looking to accumulate more, then why not potentially place some orders here, sell them when we get here, and then place a fib on from the new move and have a look at some potential areas to invest. Accumulation is king. I think if you've got your favourite bags and you can keep, I don't know, 10-20% of it on exchange for accumulation, and target sells on levels of resistance and then buys on levels of support, I mean, I think it's a great way you can accumulate your bags, and also use that in combination with a Fibonacci and have a look at some levels to potentially buy. VIDA EOS 10 times, I think. Let's have a look. I've never ever covered EOS. I don't think I have. So let's just have a quick look at it, seeing as always you've sent it 100 times. Tether USD, big Chinese coin. That's had a bit of a dump there, hasn't it? 10th of January, then bang. From that level down there. Quite a big jump, 40% there, but as you can see, we are starting to form a bit of a an uptrend now on the 4-hour time frame. You can, from there up now, we are forming a bit of an uptrend, so you would expect us to start pushing up. If you just put a little bit of a bearish scenario on this first and have a look at some potential buy zones, we've already carried out a bit of a from this level. We've popped right down, done a 61% retracement and popped back up. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to fib on from this level up to there. So new buy zones, if you're looking to buy, I think you will fill some orders on this this uptrend line here at around $2.7. I think that could be a good area to potentially place some orders there. Hopefully drop that down there and then bang, straight pop back up. It's a bit of a shitty drop that all the way down from $3.90 all the way down to $2.30. That's a bit of tomfuckery in my opinion. It's a bit shitty that. But yeah, some potential buy zones there. I'm not going to put any targets. I think $5 is the first target. Break through that and you can start looking at some new levels. Dropping 10k on VET. Nice, mate. Good buy. Yeah, VET's it's a solid buy. I think it's one of my favourites. One of my biggest bags. I think it's in the top 5 bags. Buy Ethereum. I think Ethereum's going to pop, mate. I've covered Ethereum at the beginning of the video. Look at that. We've broken out that bullish pendant there. I think that once we do close a daily candle above this all-time high, we've not quite done it yet. We've pretty much flicked it and rejected back down, but I think we are heading towards a close above this today. If we do close a daily candle above this today, we're going up to $1,800, I think. Let's just drop on a weekly time frame. Yeah, I've got a Fibonacci extension up at $1,816. That is my first target. And then $2,000 is straight after that. You've got to target some round numbers. I think that in the long run, I think Ethereum is going to do good. We've got Ethereum 2.0 coming up at some stage. So just be wary of that. We've got a lot of works in the go. Things can start pushing up. It's been a bit of a shit year for Ethereum with the fees. The fees have gone astronomical due to all the Uniswap crap. So I think once the scalability issues are sorted out and the fees, I think it's EIP 1559 is the new proposal which will sort out the fees on Ethereum. That needs to be sorted out quick because the fees on Ethereum are absolutely astronomical. We're just going back into 4 hours. To me, look out for Breakout. You couldn't have got that any more perfect. It's broke out, rejected off all-time highs. Next target, break above that, and then we can start targeting this next Fibonacci extension level. Chainlink. Never ever covered Chainlink, to be honest. I'm not even sure if it's on my list. So look at Chainlink here. So last time I covered it, that were the all-time highs. Let's have a look. Let's move it up there now. Again, you could say we're forming a bit of a bullish pendant here on the 4-hour time frame. So this could be potentially looking like it's going to break out. Could make it extended a bit better there. So Chainlink to me, I think that looks like it's going to potentially break out at some stage here. To the upside and then start targeting the all-time highs. The all-time highs was at $23. Let's move that in a bit better. So if you're looking for some potential buy zones, really, we need to have a look at a fib. We have pretty much done a 61% retracement to the nose here. Just pull that right on the fib. Look at that, we've popped up. We've rejected off that new all-time high level, come back down, done a 61% retracement, popped back up to this 236 level, and we have started to come down again. So if you're looking for some investments on Chainlink, then $21 could be a good area to buy. And then we also have this level down here at $20.32. I think that could be both good areas to potentially place some buy orders in. If you can fill them up. Next target though, really, you've got to look at the round number. So I think $25 will be the first target, which should be achievable fairly soon, to be honest. As long as Ethereum breaks out and everything pushes up after that, I do think that is easily achievable. So potential buy zones there on Chainlink at $21 and $20, and then some potential targets going forward. See somebody mention in a video in the chat. I'm quite a big fan of a video. Let's have a look. It's not on Binance, but just like that, I've got a video chart set up. This is on a daily time frame. Let's just drop into 4 hours, see how that's doing. This area marked up as a potential buy zone because, I mean, look at this. How many times we've wicked into that area. So what we need to do now is have a look at some. Let's see if a Fibonacci, if that lines up with any buy zones there. Let's get rid of that box now. If you're ever looking to invest, I always do say the 618 level, but we've popped down to a 786 level, so the chances are you could come back down and fill some orders in and around this area at pretty much 54 cents, but you never know. I mean, you might get filled 5.4 cents. So if you are looking to invest or accumulate, then I would potentially look at some buy zones in and around this, which is 786 level. But like I said, this is it's an hard one because it's such a low cap, it's valued at $1 million. The tiniest buys and sells make things move really quick. So these spikes are big. So I mean, there's a spike there. If you look at a percentage in a spike from that up to that, that's a 65% move. I mean, that's absolutely nuts. So you just have to be careful there. And I would place some orders down here to accumulate and then just hold. I've got a nice bag now, and I'm looking to just. I'm not even got any targets of this. I think that it's going to be a massive video. It's one of my favourite projects, and I'm just going to buy in and hold for a couple of years. To be honest, I think it's, if you can get in some of these caps, like a video at current prices. Look at that. We have $1.2 million. It's got a low supply of $17 million. We're pretty much close to securing a $1 million investment off somebody. We also are migrating to a chain called Hydra this year. So there's a lot going on. COVID-19 is going to be finishing up soon, and events eventually will start happening. So this project does target the event industry. So I think that in the future, that is a good project to hold. What else do we have in the chat? XRP. I never really cover XRP because of the amount of FUD and craziness with it. So let's have a look, see if it loads up. There we go. I'll just quickly cover this. I mean, we've been trading within around this this monthly resistance here at 33 cents and some monthly support at 25 cents. Let's just have a look at some potential buy zones. If you're looking to accumulate some more XRP. So you would potentially buy, set some orders here. Wrong box. I have some potential orders here at the 618 level at 28 cents. I think they could be some potential areas to get filled. So you could pop down here, and then we could pop back up and start targeting that monthly resistance at 33 cents. So that is a potential setup that I have there. If the market does allow, and if it does start to drop, tiny little bit of SEC news, and it'll drop right back down to these levels again. I mean, we dropped all the way down to this monthly support at 17 cents, so there's nothing to say that can't happen again. If any bad news comes out of the SEC court case, I don't look into anything to do with it, to be honest. So that's just, it's my thoughts on that. So potential buys on there. Will Ethereum dump short term? I don't think it will, to be honest. I think what's going to happen now, we're going to push above this all-time high and start carrying on and create some new highs. LTO, I've never looked into LTO, mate, so I can't really talk about it. Sushi. Let's have a look at sushi quickly. I've got on my list is sushi. Again, last time I did some TA, we've absolutely shot up since then. I'll do one more project after sushi, and then I'll wrap this stream up. So we haven't 4 hour time frame still. We've done quite a good move. Let's have a look at some potential buy zones on sushi. So we've pretty much rejected off this area. We've popped back down to 382 level, and then we've come back up. We are starting to retrace again. So if you're looking to buy some sushi, target some buys at $6.26. I think that could be a good area to potentially buy. Could be a good area to look at an investment opportunity. I'm not a big fan of sushi, to be honest. And someone just asked about Uniswap. Is Uniswap any good? I mean, I don't see any need for Uniswap having a token. It's just another way of just draining money out of people. I mean, I'm not going to dismiss it totally, because I was lucky. I used to use Uniswap to buy tokens, and I was eligible for the claim, and I pulled about $2.5 off that claim, so it was a nice airdrop. But I mean, it is what it isn't. It's crazy at the minute with all them Uniswap with Ethereum fees. One more project, and then I will wrap this stream up. If you just drop me some in comments, make sure you smash that like button as well, and push it out to as many people as we can. VTHO hold with VT. I might as well just hold it. The VChain 4 tokens are not much really, to be honest. All you have to do is hold your VChain and you will get them V4. Just hold them. Just let them accumulate, and eventually if it's worth something in a year or so, then sell them, and it's free profit really, it's free money. Would you say now is a good time to buy Ethereum? Yeah, I think it's a solid time to buy it. Right below the all-time highs, let it smash up and fly up. One more project I will cover is Theta against the dollar pair. Let's have a look at this, what have I got set up. So this would be the area which I would have said to potentially place some buys. We've popped back up, so I think it could still be a good area to potentially put some orders in at $1.96. And then the next target really is breaking above this all-time high at $2.50. But if you're looking to top up your bags, $1.96, even $2 at a round number could be a good area to potentially place some buys. So that's going to do it for today's stream, guys. I'm not managed to cover them all, but I'm trying to do two live streams a week now. So what I will do is drop a tweet out or a message in my Telegram group, which is the Crypto Troops. You will find the link to my Telegram group in the pinned comment. Go ahead and join that, and then whenever I drop a post out asking about what you'd like me to cover, I'll write them down and I'll go through them. So that's going to do it for today's video. Thanks so much for tuning in and looking at today's price analysis with me. Make sure you do hit that like button, that you are subscribed to my channel, and I'll catch you next time.